Alright, y'all boys, anniversary live stream was literally not too long ago, bro, and they've obviously revealed a bunch of new things, characters, their skills, etc. Of course, we already know Yuji that was going to be coming as one of the anniversary characters because we did have the leaks of the V-Jump scan. This basically confirms that he is going to be the part 1 character for anniversary. As usual, I did mention that there is going to be multiple parts for anniversary, probably 3, but they didn't reveal 3 characters for the anniversary. They revealed 2, and I believe just like the half anniversary, they're going to reveal 2, and then once some days are in where people already kind of spent some of their currency, then they'll reveal the part 3 character just to, you know, just to hit you where it hurts. You know what I'm saying, right? So anyways, we got Yuji. He is a SSR yellow character, right? So let's actually talk about what he does. So as you know, Yuji is going to play a lot differently than other characters. So now he doesn't have a domain expansion, but he does have something that works in a similar fashion, kind of very similar to how Green Panda functions, right? Where he goes gorilla mode. So let's actually talk about his ult, and his ult is going to be the whole thing that his whole entire kit revolves around. It is ult Black Flash and deals melee taijutsu damage, and then you will enter the zone status 2 times, right? So you can do it 2 times, I'm assuming. If entering zone at the start of turn, which is going to change the effects of your other stuff, right? Like this is just everything. Like everything that happens after you're already in the zone. You're able to perform an additional attack, which means you are able to use any of your skills multiple times. And then on top of that, you cannot use ult in return. So there's no more ult, you just can't use it. Whether it's just because your ult doesn't charge or whether it's something else, it just says you cannot use your ult. So I'm assuming once you're already in the zone, you're going to be in the zone. So you're only going to have additional turns for the remainder of the fight. Overall, that's very powerful because that mechanically changes the structure of how you tackle content, just because he's able to, you know, perform additional attacks. Maybe he even gets more cursed energy because he's also doing more attacks. I don't know. Maybe he has to use more cursed energy. We do not know, but definitely the playstyle is going to be a lot different than previous characters. Next up, let's talk about the skill. The skill is going to deal melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy and then increase his own charging amount, right? But then if you're in the zone, the skill effect changes to deal melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy, which is going to be buffed version of it, which means it's going to be having enhanced damage modifier. And then he will also increase his own taijutsu damage. This is very good because what it means is when you're initially starting out, you have this ult charge, which is going to allow you to get into the zone as quickly as possible. So that way you can actually get the increased damage and the additional attacks from your skills. That makes him a very powerful character overall because all you have to do is get into the zone. He has a way to easily get there quickly, and then on top of that, once he's already in the zone, he's going to be doing all these additional attacks while also increasing his own damage. That's what you really want, right? And on top of that, his ult is of course going to do damage on like as an ult. So it's like he does a lot. He's going to ult do damage, and then he's going to do even more damage after it because he's going to have all those additional attacks. So yeah, very powerful indeed. Now let's talk about the additional attacks. So the first time you will increase your own crit rate and BF rate, which is your Black Flash rate, and then the second time will increase your own damage dealt. Not bad, not bad. So being able to increase your crit and your Black Flash rate, which is really good for a character like Yuji, because you want to Black Flash as much as possible to increase the amount of damage and crit, of course. And being able to increase your own damage dealt will also further the damage that you can do. So after you're in the zone, you're going to be doing tons of damage, increasing your own taijutsu damage, your crit rate, your Black Flash rate, your damage dealt. It's going to be insane. He's definitely nutty. But yeah, he is a yellow character as I expected. We've already had a red, blue, and green Itadori, so there was no shot that they didn't make a yellow version of him, and there he is. This is the yellow version Itadori. Very powerful. Next up, let's talk about the next character. The next character that you would kind of expect, right? But at the same time, you would also not expect it. Just because you would be like, there's no way they would do it again, right? But they did it again. And this character is definitely a popular one. So, I mean, it's not without expectation that people were expecting a character like this. The character is Inside of Infinity, Satoru Gojo. He is a red character. Of course, I've already predicted that the next Gojo would definitely be red just because we've already had a blue, green, and yellow. There's no shot that they didn't make him red. So this is the Inside of the Infinity Satoru Gojo. And let me tell you, he definitely plays a lot different than a lot of characters as well. And he's definitely going to be fun to play as. So let's actually talk about what his skills do. Right, so let's talk about his ult. His ult is definitely going to be the main drawing points to this character. So what his ult does is it stuns all enemies. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. They cannot dodge this. They cannot avoid this. There's no evading this. He will just stun all enemies because there's no % chance on it. Then he gives all enemies the infinite void status. Okay. Maybe we'll kind of clarify a little bit what infinite void status means later. On top of that, he will basically remove 1 ult gauge from all enemies. So you're unable to charge the ult gauge, and it's fixed. Should be self and enemies at the same time. So nobody can charge. You're literally stuck in the void. So Gojo and the enemies, they cannot charge. Oh, that's it. They're cooked. Then on top of that, he will increase all enemies damage received, which is crazy, but then limit his own skill set for 3 turns. But also delaying self for leaving battle by 1 turn, which means instead of him leaving after, 10 turns, he'll leave after 11 turns, right? So not bad. Then we have his skills, right? So we have his first skill, which is going to be skill blue. Deals a ranged Jujutsu damage to all enemies and decreases all enemies damage. But you can't use it during limiting own skill set. So once you use your ult, you're kind of limited, and yeah, for 3 turns, and you can't use skill blue anymore. Then we have skill red. Deals a ranged Jujutsu damage to selected enemy and increases own Jujutsu damage. But you can't use it during the main own skill set. So after you ult, you're not going to be able to use your skill red. So remember, the ult you want to make sure is your finisher. You're going to finish them in those turns that you stun them and everything. So he's kind of like a DPS, but kind of like a support at the same time, since he does increase all the enemies damage received at the same time with his ult and stops them from ulting. So he kind of protects your team and also buffs your team at the same time. Not bad. Then you have his passive effect. So his passive effect is very similar to all those other Gojos, where he leaves the battlefield after 10 turns have passed. He does have a little bit longer extension than the other Gojos, where he has 3 more turns than normal. And then on top of that, you can extend it when you use your ult, right? By 1 turn. But yeah, those are going to be the 2 new characters. Definitely excited. Like, bro, we knew Yuji was coming, but we did not know Gojo was coming. People kind of obviously predicted that Gojo would come because he's super hype. But damn, they really went all out with releasing this Gojo and everything, using Infinite and all that. Nah, it was absolutely insane. The animations were absolutely wicked, crazy. I'll probably show that here at the end of the video, but holy, they were absolutely insane, bro. What the fuck, bro? I was literally dying inside when I saw those animations, especially Gojo's. Yuji's, he wasn't that crazy to me, but Gojo's was crazy. The animation was so beautiful. But yeah, that's basically going to be the 2 new characters that are going to be dropping for Anniversary. Part 1, Yuji. Part 2, inside of the Infinity Gojo, right? So 2 new characters. There's probably going to be a part 3. They just didn't reveal it yet. Can't wait to see who it may be. Probably Sukuna, right? Surely it has to be Sukuna. No way that they don't release Sukuna. That's the GOAT, right? Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. Those are going to be the 2 new characters, and look forward to me using them in the future for showcases very soon. It'll probably be on the 21st for obviously Yuji, and then Gojo should be coming a week after. So we'll be showcasing him as well. So appreciate you guys for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay tuned for the future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.